they're a very good team. They've you know, to beat Pittsburgh and knowing how we struggled against us. So it'll be a fun week. I'm excited.
Tom Brady looking for his very first playoff win since the 2007 AFC Championship game. For more on Denver and New England, we bring in Tom Curran, our Patriots insider for CSN New England, and Brandon Spano of Mile High Sports, the conductor of the Tim Tebow bandwagon. And before I get to you, Brandon, Tom, what has Josh McDaniels' role been this week in New England?
Relevant to the Broncos, I don't think it's a big role at all. I mean, Tom Brady did allude to inside information about the players, but really, Russ, at this point, all the information's on the table. They played 25 games since Josh McDaniels was in Denver. His role right now is to be an extra set of eyes along with the regular offense and to help tweak anything. But really, Tom Brady's the offensive coordinator out here at this point.
Brandon, you buying that?
Yeah, I'll take that. You know, I think that Tom nailed it when he said there's not much more than you can know than that's laid out on game film there. So there's not too much inside info they have. They got a whole season of tape at this point.
What does the first game between these two mean, Brandon?
Well, you know, the first game gives the Broncos confidence because they came out, they ran all over the New England Patriots in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, 3 fumbles in 9 plays. That's when the tides turned. That's when it went off the rails, and they lost. And they feel like they should have won that game, like they can beat this team. They feel like they're better than this team. You know, only time will tell.
Tom?
I think he's absolutely right. There's no reason in the world for the Denver Broncos to come into Gillette Stadium daunted by what they saw in Denver, except for the fact that the guy pulling the trigger on the other side, Tom Brady, stuck the knife in them every time they gave him the football, and that to me is the key. If you make a mistake against the Patriots, he will make you pay. Denver can absolutely compete with New England, but at what point are they going to make the mistake that Brady takes advantage of? That, to me, is the great thing. They're on a very, very, very skinny rope that they have to try and negotiate to get to the other side in the AFC Championship. They know a mistake means that.
Well, also, Bill Belichick had an extra week to prepare and watch them beat the Steelers. What do you think Belichick is telling his guys this week, Tom?
How about let's not go to zero coverage and let Demaryius Thomas run an 80-yard slant on us. I think they're going to start with that. I think they're going to try and make Tim Tebow work the ball down the field. They will play stop the run. They'll play safeties back and make Tim Tebow try and hit those short passes and be accurate. And here's the thing. I think Tim Tebow is an excellent football player. I think down the road he could feasibly be a top 10 quarterback. But at this point, to expect him to have a drive that he finishes 6 for 6 for 55 yards and takes his team the length of the field, I don't think he can do it.
Brandon, assuming the Patriots take away what the Broncos were successful at last weekend, what adjustments will they need to make?
Well, the Broncos are going to come in with a different game plan. The Broncos are going to be much more run-heavy than they were last week. The run was very successful in the first meeting against the New England Patriots. I think that they're going to run the ball a lot more, and I think that you will probably get back to more of the conservative play calling that we saw prior to the Steelers game. But the fact that they did open up the offense and they did start calling the play-action passes and some of the things that really get Tebow going and get his confidence going, I think that will trickle into this next game. But to expect against a bunch of big passes against this Bill Belichick team that just saw that last week, you know, I wouldn't expect that. Like I said before, I think they're going to run heavy.
Brandon, do people in Denver expect the Broncos to win this game, or is it more of a hope?
I think that's a great question. There is a lot of people that think that they're going to win on Sunday. Listen, this Tebow thing, we've talked about it all year, right? I mean, this thing is magical. And right now, there is a lot of people that believe that not only this guy, not only that he can't do no wrong, but he only can do right. And they have faith in this team, and the players have faith. I've never seen anything like it. And, you know, there's a very good opportunity for the Broncos to go in here and go to the AFC Championship game. That's what people are talking about right now. Some fans are calling my show talking about the Super Bowl. So I think a lot of people expect to win this game, whether that's realistic or not.
Tom, let's talk about Patriots fans. Do they expect to win this game, or do they fear losing it considering the drought?
Perfect question, and actually in response to Brandon, that shows you how drastically the narrative has changed about the New England Patriots since the Patriots lost in the 2005 playoffs in Denver. 10-0 Brady starts in his postseason career. He's gone 4-5 since, and now people wait for the Patriots not to ultimately take advantage of everything, but for the other shoe to drop on them in the postseason. It's totally flipped. You knew inevitably the Patriots were going to win up until 2006. Now you're just waiting for something to go wrong. I think people here have a lot of trepidation. I'll tell you something else, Russ. When you look at this matchup, if Bill Belichick and Tom Brady don't come out the other side with a win on Saturday night, and you couple that with the 2 postseason losses previous and the Super Bowl loss, which you really can't spin any other way than a gag job, it really changes the entire legacy of the second half of the Brady-Belichick combo, the winningest combo in NFL history, coach to quarterback.
Tom, who wins this game and why?
Patriots are going to annihilate Denver. The simple reason being the Denver Broncos did not play the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. They played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers dressed up in the Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms. It's been a nice run. Everything went wonderfully for them. I love Tim Tebow. I'm going to tell my kids to be just like him, but the party's over.
Brandon?
Well, here's the deal. It's the New England Patriots. It's at New England. It's in the playoffs. It's January. This is a young team. I don't think they're going to have enough to go into New England and win. I do think they give them a run for their money. I do think it's exciting. And I think at the end of the day, people start talking about the Broncos and what they're going to bring next year.
Brandon Spano from Mile High Sports, Tom Curran from CSN New England. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Let's bring